Hello fellow Good Lifers, property managers and landlords. Adam Manley here, Business Development Manager at Good Life Property Management, bringing you another part in our video series to keep you as informed as possible with all of these new laws going into effect in 2020. So in this video, we're going to be specifically talking about the 5 rental laws that you must know to stay in business this year. So let's jump right into it. The first one is AB 1110, a little bit of a mouthful there, but this one specifically addresses landlords who have tenants that are on a month-to-month lease, and it addresses the rent increases that these landlords can give these tenants. So if you plan on giving your month-to-month tenant over a 10% rent increase, you now need to give them 90 days instead of a 60-day notice. So that is a very big change coming into effect this year, and you need to make sure you're giving your tenants the proper notice, or that will not be valid. So jumping right into number 2, this is AB 2343, and this is also a very important new law that's affecting how notices are served to tenants by landlords or property management companies. And this law specifically addresses the 3-day notice period. So previously, before 2020, weekends were counted as part of the 3-day notice period, and moving forward in 2020, weekends and judicial holidays will no longer be included in part of that 3-day notice period. So that is a very important thing to keep in mind, and specifically if you're delivering notices before a holiday or before a weekend, that's going to significantly increase the notice period. So something very important to keep in mind for landlords. So for example, let's say you served a notice, a 3-day notice on a Wednesday. Under the new law, that notice would now expire on Tuesday, where previously weekends were counted inside of that notice period. So again, just a little short example of how the AB 2343 is going to affect the way that you serve 3-day notices to perform, 3-day notices to pay rent or quit, or whatever that notice period may be. So the next law we're going to talk about is SB 222. And this law is pretty straightforward. It basically just adds veterans and active duty military as a protected class. So there's a long list of them here in California. Basically what SB 222 does is adds veterans and military active duty to this list of protected classes here in California. So moving right along to the big one, AB 1482, we've done a ton of content on this, so if you guys are really looking to take a deep dive into AB 1482, we've done a ton of content and blogs. Check out our full blog to get all of the details on 1482, but what you need to know here is AB 1482 specifically addresses the amount of a landlord can increase the rent year over year. So moving forward, a landlord cannot increase the rent more than 5% plus the cost of inflation, but no more than 10% within a given year. And it also addresses the just cause eviction laws and some additional rules behind that as well. So like I said, check out our full blog for all the details on 1482, but definitely a law you need to know to stay in business or just continue to be a great landlord in 2020. Really the last law we're going to touch on here in this video is SB 329, and that specifically addresses income discrimination for Section 8 tenants. So you can no longer not accept Section 8 as a form of income for your tenants. So basically now every landlord in San Diego is going to be participating in that Section 8 program, and we can no longer essentially say no to Section 8 tenants because that is their form of income. So those are the top 5 laws that you need to know to stay in business or just continue to be a great landlord here in 2020. Stay tuned for a lot more content about new laws, and thanks for watching.